We're here today joined by Lasse Sorensen, who plays for Huddersfield Town, and Mihai who's 21 years old, who joins in with some of our foundation participations, just to have a conversation around, obviously you both come to the country at different times. That's a path that my family's been on in the past as well, and we're to have a conversation around yourself, Mihai, and the journey you've been on in the country and how that in some ways echoes your own, Lasse. Mihai, if we just start with yourself and your own journey. You came from Romania when you were a teenager?
Yes, when I was 13.
And your dad was working in the country and he invited you over to England?
Yes.
And how was those first years for you? Because I understand it was a little bit tough at first.
The 2 years were very hard to understand the language, but after that I managed to learn the language and now I'm doing much better.
It's a big change, isn't it, to go from your home to somewhere completely different?
Yeah, it's a big change.
Was it something that you're proud of yourself of now having done?
Yeah, I'm proud of myself because now I get to meet new people around and I get to play football every time.
You sat here with us, so you're not doing too badly. Lasse, it's strange, isn't it? Because people will see you on a weekend and they'll hear words like refugee and immigrant and things like that, but they won't necessarily equate with what you've done and your life choices with that sort of a thing. But it's not too dissimilar coming over from Denmark when you were a teenager.
No, of course not. But as you say, there is I don't think I've ever been looked at as a person that come into the country really. More, even though I'm exactly the same as what you call a refugee essentially. So no, yeah, it's a bit different now.
I imagine your motivations for wanting to come to England to better yourself professionally, have a better life and the opportunities that were perhaps here in football for you are much the same as why you and your father would have wanted to as well.
Yeah, for me exactly, that's what it is. I had an opportunity when I was young to leave the country I obviously grew up, to come here, and essentially I saw the way of football here much better than where I was from and the opportunity it could give me. So yeah, that's exactly why I moved here, for the hopefully having a better future.
Did you have the similar sort of struggles in your first years? Because how old were you when you first came?
Yeah, I was 16, and obviously I'll ask me that in a bit. But yeah, when I came over, I spoke a little bit, but nowhere near like this. So the language was probably the hardest bit. But I think I came into an environment where the only main thing was to play football. So obviously you had struggles with the language bit, but I saw myself as really lucky as come into an environment where you're used to having to take people in to make them feel welcome. Doesn't matter if they speak the language, doesn't the only thing that matters was what you sort of did in training and on the match day. And if they respect you like that, then they couldn't care what else. So I was lucky like that. Came into a house parents, is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Came into them and they obviously were really good to me in terms of learning the culture, all the small things that you just learn by being here. So yeah, no, I was a bit lucky like that.
Must be nice for you to hear somebody like Lasse, who's obviously in a really privileged position now and doing so well in his own life, felt the same way that you did and had the same journey that you've had.
All the experience that happened and everything that's happening is good and is very good for them, for me and for him as well. Coming to the UK and getting to meet new people, getting to do lots of things.
Did you find the language bit, was that the biggest wall? Was that the hardest bit for you to feel you're really a part of the culture? Do you know what I mean? Was it the language or was it the culture? What did you struggle with the most, do you think?
Struggled the most with the language at the beginning, but after that I managed to learn the language.
And then you could sort of...
I managed to know the culture and everything.
Yeah.
How much has joining in with the foundation and playing down there, that's really helped, hasn't it?
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Just tell us more about that. What exactly is it that you do down there?
I play football every week and I get to meet new people and we get to play in the tournaments. And also, that helped a lot mentally and physically.
Can you play right back at all? Because he's injured at the minute, so...
Yeah, and I kick the ball out, play a lot. Problem.
I could play centre back.
Centre back, okay. We'll note that down, Lasse. For you then, when you see role models and different people who've had the same experience as you, does that give you hope that, you know, in the future you'll feel even more comfortable than you do now, and you'll feel even more part of the wider society and culture than you do even now?
Yes, that would like make me feel like in the future I could probably even get like a good job, like,
yeah.
And even I'm still dreaming like to become a football player, like, even though I'm 21 now and it's probably hard to get into a football team.
I'm 32, I'm still dreaming of being a footballer, and I'm not a million miles away from you. You've got more chance than I do at your age. It's a really diverse area of the world is England, and in Huddersfield especially we see so many different types of people here, people from different places across the globe. The squad's a good reflection of that, Lasse. We've got people from everywhere. It must be nice for you to get to relate to and experience so many different people and cultures.
Yeah, exactly. I think when you say it there, it's not something you think of, but there's so many different cultures within the same dressing room, and it shows a lot of the times that it's like, it doesn't really matter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you might have your own ways and your own sort of habits and whatnot, but I mean, if you're nice to everybody, then you'll be fine. You know what I mean?
This is a slightly tougher question, Lasse, but I know it's something that we talked about before, so I'm confident in how you can answer it for me. Is it slightly disappointing for you that, and strange for you, that people will be happy to see you come to Huddersfield, come to Lincoln, come to Stoke, and they're excited for you to be there, but when people like Mihai and his family are doing a very similar thing in a different industry, in a different walk of life, they perhaps aren't welcomed in the same way?
Yeah, like as you said there, it's obviously loads of people have got there, but I've always found it a little bit, on the topic of, a little bit weird that, I mean, I came in as much as a refugee, as you call it, but never faced anybody say like, oh, you're not welcome here, wherever that is, because I sort of come in to play football or something like that, where there's a lot of discussions and dilemma for what to think of. Like, it's a big topic, isn't it? So yeah, it's a bit weird that it's okay for some and not okay for others, and yeah, things like that.
It must be nice for you that the football club and the foundation as well have reached out to you, and we want to make you feel as welcome and as comfortable and helped you. It's a good sign that there are people around and people within society that are welcoming towards people such as yourself in that walk of life.
The Huddersfield Town Foundation did a lot for me, and they helped me quite a lot, and I also would like to thank to everybody around here, because it's hard when like you struggle in life with mental health and stuff, but because I go every week to the football session, that helps me quite a lot, and I enjoy playing with my friends, and it helps a lot.
We've spoken to you a few times since you joined the club in the summer, Lasse, about all of the different community things that we do, not only the foundation, but we sat in the inclusion room, the Terriers Together brand, and this stand as a whole is a sign that we want to stand for more than just what we do out there, and obviously that's a big part of what we do out there, but we want to be a force for good in the community, and I think that's something that, away from just the football, attracted you to be here as well.
Yeah, I've always said, whether I've been here or previous club, I think the community is so important, because you see, we play on a Saturday and we get 18-20,000 people depending on the game, but it's so important that you reach out to all of them, because they come here, but Huddersfield is bigger than just on a Saturday, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a way of life for so many people, and all the different individuals have got a lot of other hobbies, and it's just important that, and it's just not, you come and watch us, but also, do you mean Huddersfield is bigger than just that, so obviously we need to use the club to help as many people as possible, and I think that's a great thing.
Mihai, if you knew anyone who was a teenager in the same position that you were in, who's come over from a country and settled around here, would you encourage them, having had the experience that you have, to get involved with the foundation, to get involved with the football club and be part of what we're trying to do together?
Yes, I would definitely do that. I would definitely recommend them like to come to the football sessions on Thursday and to come to the games at the stadium, and I would definitely do that.
Have you been to some of our games and watched us play?
Yes.
You enjoy it?
I've been to against Middlesbrough, against Leeds, against Blackpool, and I've been against the games this season. So a few of them, like to 2 games.
It's been a bit better coming this season. We've won a few more games this year.
Hopefully we'll get back to Championship.
Fingers crossed. It's not a bad place to leave things there, because that's what we're all hoping at the minute. But Lasse, we've got a little bit of a token of our appreciation for Mihai, if you don't mind doing the honours.
Yeah, there we go, my friends.
Thank you very much.
That's to you. Let's fold out. It looks a bit better. So there we go. Mihai number 2. I'm Wayne number 2. So there we go. That's for you.
Thank you very
well
much.
done, very much.
Thank you.